Alright guys, and welcome back to the Mango Munchies review channel video. It's your girl Mango aka Kyra coming at you with another voiceover review, and I haven't done one of these in a hot minute, so let's see how this goes. Anyways, if the sound sounds a little weird, I'm using my new Zeal Sound microphone for the very first time, so we're just going to see how this goes, and honestly I'm probably still just going to continue using it. But anyways, back to what we're reviewing. As you can see, we're going to go over a 3D printer, and yes, I have already created a review video on this product, but there's no rule saying that you can't make a review video or video on a product more than once. I mean, obviously, as you can see by what playlist we have on this fucking channel, that it tracks. I mean, the amount of videos that we have on the same air fryers, the same shit, like, it is what it is. Also, if you couldn't tell, yes, this is not a family-friendly, not a for families or for kids, not a for kids channel. So if you got your kids by you, well, shit, they're gonna hear it in the real world. That's all I can say. But yeah, we just keep it real here. We just keep it simple, keep it real, and it is what it is. Anyways, we're going to go over the 5M Adventurer Pro, which is a 3D printer by, let me see who it's by. Hold on, give me some time. If you can hear jingling, that's the Kirby wrist chain thing on my phone. So 5M Adventurer Pro is by FlashForge. Yes, I forgot that it was by FlashForge, even though that was like one of the opening lines in the very first 3D printer 5M Adventurer Pro FlashForge video review that I did before, which you can see in some of the B-roll that we have. So since then, since that last video, has my family actually been using the 5M Adventurer Pro 3D printer, the FlashForge 3D printer, a lot? Yes, we use this thing a lot, and it saved a lot of money with certain things. So first off, one of the things that we mainly do is just find new prints, because there is a $20 a month subscription that is offered with your purchase of the FlashForge 3D printer that gives you the licensing to be able to sell certain 3D prints from this said website as your own. So yeah, there's a thing, and they constantly add hundreds of thousands of new 3D print designs every freaking week. It's absolutely insane. Like, we will never get to the bottom of the page. It's crazy. And with that being said, we've used this to also, I have Gen Alpha siblings, obviously. So what that entails is there's a lot of birthday parties that they go to, and a lot of friends that they, create presents for through the 3D printer. Some of my siblings like even tried to go door-to-door salesing when they were doing a lemonade sale, bracelet sale with their friends like 2 summers ago. Or maybe, yeah, because it wasn't just this past summer, it was the last summer with this 3D printer, and it was the most adorable thing. Like, my youngest sister was trying to pass off, I smell tuna from downstairs. I think my mom's making something. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, my sister, you guys may know her as Mango Panda. She was making like these little fidget spinners. We made probably over 100 fidget spinners. We've made different sizes. We've scaled up the prints. We've scaled down the prints. I mean, the highest that we've scaled up this fidget printer, the fidget spinner print, is 200%, which was absolutely crazy. It barely fit in my hand. I will probably make another separate video showing off the prints that I have my hands on. And yeah, I still haven't returned the giant fidget spinner to my dad, so I just let him think that it disappeared, and I haven't told him yet. But anyways, it'll just randomly appear back in our specific tray that we have all of our really cool 3D prints at. Whew. Yeah, I'm a bit of a, kleptomaniac, I don't know what the fuck it's called. But, I'm just borrowing it for the time being. I think I plan to make content with it and put it back, and I just never did. It's been a couple of months. But yeah, that's one thing, and she did sell her friend a 3D print for $5, which was crazy, but, that's a little entrepreneur in her. I'm kind of proud of her for that. Mom was shook, so she said just give your friends, like, 3D prints for free. And she was like, oh, okay. And dad was like, why? She was being such a good little entrepreneur. And my mom was like, you can't do that to her friends. He was like, oh, man. But, so she's printed out cute little gifts for her teachers. Some of my other siblings have printed out stuff for gifts for their teachers, for teacher appreciation, for right before summer, for Christmas. They've printed their friends, like the 10-year-old Mango Panda. She printed out her friend like a bookmark that's just like the bottom half of a cow and the udders, which was hilarious. They printed out their friends a bunch of different things. The fidget spinners, we've printed out even more of those afterwards, and then the infinity cubes. We've printed out so many infinity cubes that during one of my siblings, right before their birthday party that we were having somewhere, she wanted, because she's older, she wanted to have goodie bags to give away. So my mom bought like a bunch of these cute little like basic jewelry boxes that come with a little bracelet on the inside to give away to all the gals that came. And so what we had done was print out a bunch of multicolored black and red infinity cubes for any guys or brothers that came to the birthday party celebration for my sister. And yeah, that was the giveaway. And we do stuff like that often. One of our paper towel rolls officially broke after 15 plus years, and my dad found, well, I told him about Thingiverse, and he found an Eiffel Tower print. So he printed the base and the holder, the paper towel holder part separately, and then super glued them together, as you can see as we're going through a bunch of the different B-roll. But yeah, we use this thing a lot. A lot of the times my dad just wants to print out things in multicolored. He's gotten his hands on so many different multicolored shiny filament. It's absolutely insane. We have probably about 3 cubbies full of just 3D printer filament, and yeah. So when he has free time, downtime to look at stuff and 3D print stuff, it's pretty cool. We get a lot more prints during those times. We've printed out multiple axolotls. We've printed out like random stuff that we found from Thingiverse. I mean, it is what it is. But basically, this was a Christmas present to the kids from quote-unquote Santa. So yeah, it was pretty hefty, but my little brother really wanted to get into Oculus video gaming, and my dad didn't want him to get lost in the digital world. So to combat that, because he knows that's a problem with Gen Alpha, and it was a problem with Gen Z, so to avoid that, he wanted to get something and invest in something that the whole family could sort of benefit from, whether that be through engineering, whether that be through design, entrepreneurship. It's just a thing that the whole family can bond over, and so that it helps shape their minds and their brains a lot better, to think more creatively, to think more outside of the box. Has that worked so far? I mean, they're all in elementary school, so I mean, it's too early to say right now. But I know as they get older, they'll appreciate it a lot more, just like every time I got in trouble and got my phone taken away. Now I'm an adult that can actually have their phone down and not go on it every few seconds. Like, I mean, I'm definitely glued to my phone, but, I've been questioned, hey, how can you go like 5 hours without your phone consistently? Well, when you have your phone taken away for like 6 months because you got bad grades, it's sort of like kind of easy. You sort of learn to live with it and deal with it. But for them, I think they're going to learn to appreciate the 3D printer a lot more. And for some of them, they're probably going to want to learn how to design, engineer some of their own 3D prints as they get older and get more interested in that stuff. Especially because my brother's really into STEM. So yeah, that is really just all I wanted to say about this 3D printer and how the Mango household utilizes it. I mean, it's really, really cool. And if anything, if there's any certain parts or anything that are broken on certain things, as long as my dad could find someone that already engineered and designed the 3D print to replace that part with, he'll just 3D print it and bing, bang, boom, We've also printed out an octopus wine holder that, we've gifted away. Sorry, my alarm's going off for 9:45 to let me know that, hey, it's late. Yes, I have alarms set throughout the day and the night to remind me what time it is, and I'm going to turn my ringer off. But yeah, so I would give this 3D printer a solid 11 out of 10. I would say it's pretty fun and pretty simple to learn and set up. I personally haven't gotten to a point where I can just utilize it on my own. I haven't had enough time to tinker around with it because we do use my dad's work laptop to sort of connect to it and to get more prints to it, and it does save all prints that you've done before, so you can just print something that you've already printed before without a computer connection. So that's always good to know. And on the back, I mean, my dad had, I don't think it came with the attachable thing to hold the filament roll. I think my dad attached that himself, which is pretty cool. He's pretty handy like that. We've printed a lot of fun things like axolotl, piggy bank, and all sorts of other stuff that you can see throughout the B-roll. But yeah, it's a solid 11 out of 10. I mean, for people that know absolutely nothing about 3D printers and this type of tech and know nothing about this world, even though there's a huge community and a lot of people on YouTube that are like so involved within 3D printing, the 3D printing world, and know so much about it, honestly, I would say this was pretty easy for beginners to sort of tinker around with and figure out. Although I would say we are slightly more techy, just not that techy. It's like, yeah, it's complicated. My dad installs TVs for a living and has done that for most of my life. And he's always been around electronics and always had that type of brain to just want to know how something works. And I've always had to tinker and figure out type of brain to explore how things work because I just want to know the ins and outs of how certain things function. And yeah. So, I mean, this is a pretty cool product and a pretty cool thing to have around the house, especially, if you have multiple kids, if you got Gen Zs, not Gen Zs, I meant Gen Alphas, not Gen Zs. Gen Z's a little too old for that. Sorry, we're getting there. I'm not sure about the younger half of Gen Z, but oh, damn, man. I'm starting to feel it now, Mr. Krabs. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's really long, but I really just wanted to try out making a voice-over video since I haven't done so in a while. I have a shit ton of footage and just I hadn't had time to have my room clean and have my computer set up, but now that all of that is done for the most part and clean and set up, I'm going to try to start doing it again so I can catch up with all the old footage that I have in the past and so I can get more reviews out to you guys now. And yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful time of day or night that you're seeing this video. And let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if you also have this type of 3D printer, or if you're more knowledgeable in 3D printers, if you have any tips, any tricks, any advice for beginners, for noobs, just put them down in the comments down below. But if you're going to spread hate, you're going to get blocked. That's all I got to say. Why waste your time spreading hate? It just wastes so much more energy, and you could just spend that energy trying to support somebody that you actually give a shit about. I'm gonna be real like that. Like, don't be like, fuck you to me, because, like, fuck you, bro. It's like, there's no point in spreading hate on somebody's video where they're just trying to just share something they think is interesting to them. There's no point. But anyways, 1 minute ramble aside, it's like 9:49 at night, so yeah, anyways, I'm gonna officially sign off, and yeah, bye guys, see you in the next one.